back to Composers and Cocktails, sponsored by Cincinnati Song Initiative. It's your bartender of the week, Matthew Resio. And can you believe that we've already had 6 fantastic guests with Composers and Cocktails? And I gotta tell you, the month of June, you're in for a real treat. So this week's guest, Kamala Sankaram, one of the most talented composers I know, picked a drink that's gonna let you show off to your friends. So the drink she picked is the Vieux Carré. Now, this drink was made in the 1930s in New Orleans from a guy named Walter Bergeron at the Hotel Montelion. Now, this drink is a mix of a bunch of things. It's probably the most complex drink we've made with this series, so you're really gonna up your level of cocktail game today. So what we're gonna need is some rye whiskey. We're gonna need our sweet vermouth, and I'm using the vermouth di Torino that we've been using. Some Benedictine, as well as some cognac. Now, cognac's a little pricey, so if you want, you can always use brandy. The difference is that cognac uses white grapes specifically from Southwest France. Brandy, it's non-specific of region. Also, brandy could be using fermented fruits. So just make sure that you're using a grape brandy if you're going to be using that. We're going to need 2 different bitters, Peychaud bitters and Angostura bitters. And then lastly, we'll need some Luxardo cherries, and I got my favorite ones. These are specifically drenched in Luxardo syrup, which is a little bit boozy actually, so it's a nice little treat. And for those that don't know what Benedictine is, it's a liqueur made from herbs and spices as well as honey, so it has a sweet component. Now, let's get started. So this drink is a drink that is actually stirred, not shaken. And we're gonna start with our rye whiskey, which is gonna call for 1.5 ounces of the rye. We're then gonna use 3/4 ounce of the sweet vermouth. And just a reminder, sweet vermouth is actually just a fancy word for a fortified wine. Then we're gonna take our cognac, which we'll use 1/2 ounce. And then we're gonna take our Benedictine, which calls for only 1/4 ounce, very small amount. Again, it's gonna give it that sweetness to it. We're gonna do 2 dashes of the Peychaud bitters. Peychaud bitters it smells like Christmas. It has like a licorice notes. It's a little bit sweeter. And then you have our Angostura bitters, which is a little more bitter, no pun intended. Now we're gonna stir away our ingredients, get it nice and mixed. So I was lucky enough to meet Kamala actually this year when we were workshopping her opera, Taking Up Serpents, with Chicago Opera Theater. And she's just one of the most delightful people, so incredibly talented, and just has a really unique perspective on life. And so I can't wait for her to be interviewed and for you all to get to know her through Cincinnati Song Initiative. Sorry, wrong organization. I was going to say COT. Both great places. So after we got this nice and stirred, again, probably 30 revolutions. Beautiful. We're gonna take our strainer, put it in my rocks glass, and I got a special big ice cube for it. Ooh, look at that. And then we're gonna get our cherry garnish. Now this is a lot of thick syrup, so just be careful you don't get too messy. If you get a little syrup on there, it's great. It's a nice little garnish. And there you have it, the Vieux Carré. I will see you on Thursday with Kamala Sankaram at 5:30. Cheers.